Hey, it's TimesCark11 with prep video for week 4 of the Lost Ones Draft League, going up against the Middletown Meltons. So first, I'll go over what they have on their roster. They have Mega Aerodactyl, Tapu Lele Z, Lucario, Arcanine, Necrozma, Exploud, Gourgeist, Garchomp Z, Volcanion Z, Staraptor, Vikavolt, and Dripion. So not a lot of things they're threatening, but there are a few things that do threaten the majority of my team, mainly Tapu Lele, Garchomp, and Volcanion. And since those are the three Z uses, they are especially difficult to deal with. Of course, they can only be using one, and most likely it will be the Garchomp, probably. So based on my record, they're probably going to prep for Charizard. Charizard would be kind of useful dealing with the Vikavolt, Drapion, Exploud, and Gourgeist and Lucario, but there's so many things that can deal with Charizard, it's better not to bring it, and hopefully they over-prep for Charizard because of that. So I will be bringing Mimikyu. I'm going to be relying on Mimikyu as my main attacker, so I'm going to have to make sure that I have an opportunity to bring Homura Chemikyu in safely and then set up, and then I will more or less win the match because I can. Well, once Aerodactyl is gone, there's not much that threatens Mimikyu at all, except that Staraptor, because I'm going to be running Sticky Webs, so as long as webs are up, then I will always outspeed Timid Lele, even if it's Scarf. Timid Scarf Lele cannot outspeed under webs, since I'm running Jolly Max Speed Mimikyu. So let me just confirm that I do have max speed on it. Yeah, max speed. So I'll also be able to handle the Necrozma very easily. Drain Punch for Lucario, that should destroy it, especially if I'm at +2 already. If I'm not at +2, I might not be able to take it out, and Bullet Punch could be a concern. I don't believe there's anything that has Mold Breaker, so I don't have to worry about the skies getting hit through. Drapion, Play Rough should hurt the Drapion pretty well. I think if I can get to +4, then I can OHKO the Drapion. I can OHKO the majority of things as long as I'm at +4. And the biggest threats I can take care of at just +2. With Lele, I don't even need to be at +2. I can just take it out straight away for Shadow Claw. Then for Sticky Webs, I have Monado Eater. I need to remove that Charty Berry and replace it with something else that was left over from the last match. So I'll probably replace it with... I think I'll replace it with the berry that reduces flying damage so that I can survive a hit against that Staraptor. Should I need to, that is. Though Garchomp might be running Z Stone Edge, so could actually be worthwhile to keep the Charty Berry. Yeah, I think I may keep the Charty Berry. And then Leech Life, that'll hurt the Necrozma, and I think Gourgeist takes neutral from it. Okay, yeah, Charty Berry is the best option because there's also the Aerodactyl. I can take out the Aerodactyl as long as I have Charty Berry. But the main thing is that I'm going to be having webs up so that I can always outspeed that Lele. Lucario, Arcanine, Exploud, and Garchomp also become very non-issues once I have webs up, because then Mimikyu can outspeed all of them and take them out pretty easily. Next, I've got Dimitri. I've been loving Dimitri. Jellicent is so good of a wall. So I've got Scald for the Garchomp and Staraptor, Nightshade because, well, Shadow Ball would do more to the Lele. I have Mimikyu as a guaranteed way to get rid of the Lele, and Shadow Ball wouldn't do as much to a few other things. The Volcanion is the main thing that I need something to deal with, so Dimitri is going to be geared more towards taking down the Volcanion. Toxic will also be really useful against pretty much everything. Lele, I cannot stay in on Lele because that thing hurts way too much since I'm physically defensive. But also to deal with the Lele, I have something else besides Mimikyu, so I'm not too reliant on it. Then I've got Narrative Gundam running Icium Z to deal with the Garchomp and Aerodactyl. So Ice Beam, I believe, should be able to OHKO the Garchomp anyway, just on its own. But with Icium Z, I have just enough special attack EVs that I can OHKO the Mega Aerodactyl with Icium Z. And Snarl is there for Lele and Volcanion, should I need it. There wasn't much other coverage that was worth running, so I just threw Snarl on there for the utility. And next, I'm running Offensive Kaminari. I wanted to run the defensive one because it seemed better suited for dealing with this team that the opponent could have. But I realized Mimikyu was my only real offensive Pokemon, so I really needed something else. And this will be pretty good for dealing with the Volcanion. Hidden Power Ice also gives me another option of dealing with Garchomp, so I'm not too reliant on certain things. I'm not sure about Zap Plate. I think I'll swap that for something else, maybe. On the other hand, it does hit most things pretty hard. Yeah, I think I'll just keep the Zap Plate. And also U-turn for pivot into Mimikyu should I need it. And another pivot, Fortress with the Volt Switch. Stealth Rock is going to be really useful here since they have Staraptor and Volcanion. Luke Arcanine could be hurt pretty well by that too, but I'm not too dependent on rocks for the Arcanine. It's mostly for Volcanion and Staraptor, since a Scarfed Brave Bird could be a big issue against a lot of things. Kaminari is going to be my main way of dealing with that. Miss Kobayashi also will be good for dealing with that as long as she's still up at that time. And then Rocks could be good against Mega Aerodactyl, but I'm pretty sure Mega Aerodactyl is going to be their lead. Actually, Necrozma could be their lead too for Rocks. I think either way, I'm going to start off with Araquanid, because both of their main leads they could be bringing, Araquanid deals with them. With Charty Berry, I can safely get rid of that Aerodactyl quickly, and Leech Life will destroy the Necrozma. So that's what I'm bringing for Week 4 of the Lost Ones Draft League Season 3. The battle will be up tomorrow as usual, so see you next time!